Hey y'all, my name's Ashley. Welcome to the channel, and I am so glad you are here because it is almost the end of August, and my goal was to post at least one video to this channel every month for the year 2025. And I have today and tomorrow to make that happen. So we are just gonna have a little chit chat while I do some skincare and get ready for the day. And I'm going to let you know a little bit about what is going on in my life. And yes, I am in my bathroom. Don't judge the state of it, okay? I still need to clean it. And honestly, if you're that offended, feel free to click away, scroll somewhere else, or come over here and help somebody out because your girl is fatigued, okay? August has been a very long month. So let's go ahead and get into the skincare. I'll show you the different products that I use to stay glowing, radiant, stunning, gorgeous. And I'll let you know what's been going on in the month of August. Okay? Okay. First things first, we need deodorant for our pits because I am sweaty Betty. So yes, this is clinical strength. And sometimes I don't even feel like it's enough. Step one, complete. Oh, and by the way, I did already brush my teeth. I've actually been up since 5 a.m. I went to the grocery store, I did my shopping, and I did brush my teeth before that. But I just got out of the shower, so it's time for me to do all the rest of the stuff outside of that. You know, skincare, hair, etc. But anyway, let's talk about the month of August. After I apply my Avion spray. This is important for me because my skin gets real dry, and I feel like the moisturizer needs something to lock in. So we're going to start off with a little mist, and then we'll get into our conversation. I love that. That is so refreshing. Truly. It's expensive. Very expensive. But whew, do I feel like I just took a refreshing dip in the crisp, clear waters of Lake Minnetonka. All right. So let's talk about August. August was honestly kind of a rough month for me. Cetaphil face serum. We're going to put that on next. August was kind of a rough month for me because I've been so busy with work. Just the overwhelm was really intense for me this month. And I don't know why this past month, out of all the months, I was really feeling a lack of support. Like people were wanting me to go above and beyond for them, whether it was at work, at home, or anywhere, but weren't supporting me when I needed help. And I'm also the type of person, I don't like to ask people for help, okay? I'm a Virgo. We are very much we are not going to ask anybody for anything because if they do it, it's going to be incorrect. And if we do it, it's going to be absolutely 100% correct and perfect. So I don't often ask people for help, but when I do, it is because I am truly humbled, broke down, really need it. And so when I ask for support, encouragement, those sorts of things, and I don't get it, I'll never ask you again. And that also makes me feel worse because now I have to do all this work. You're not going to help me out at all, or even just, say, hey, you're doing a good job. I see you. I'm proud of you. Now I also have to deal with the hurt and the rejection and the betrayal that I feel as a result of all of that. So I felt that very much in August, but it's almost September. It's almost my birthday month. So I'm excited about that. And I'm also I'm feeling a little bit better. I get in these funks, and that is the cyclical nature of depression, I suppose, is that I feel really down and then I bounce back and then I feel down again and then I bounce back. But the good news is those periods of feeling down are becoming fewer and further between. And I think it's because of a lot of the work that I'm doing, just emotionally and mentally with my therapist, and also spiritually in my spiritual practice, my religious practice. So I think that is very exciting too. Next up, we have this Cetaphil. I'm a Cetaphil girly now. I don't know. I was trying a whole bunch of random stuff. I heard Cetaphil was good, so I bought all of the products that they had. So this is the daily facial moisturizer with sunscreen, SPF 50. But Mr. Cetaphil, Mrs. Cetaphil, Cetaphil family, this leaves the worst white cast I've ever seen. I am melanated queen, okay? I'm a beautiful black woman. This makes me look casket ready. I'm talking gray, ashen, freshly embalmed, and that's not the look. Okay, so what I have to do with this, I use 1 pump of this, and I use 2 pumps of the Daily Hydrating Lotion to cut it. So it's not quite so gray. I don't know if that impacts the SPF, but I would much rather have it be SPF 25 instead of 50 than be looking like I am a cast extra of The Walking Dead. It's that bad. So we're just going to apply this here. It still does leave a little bit of a cast, even with the additional lotion to cut it, but it's a little bit better. And at least I'm getting some SPF, I feel like. So y'all let me know in the comments if this is nonsense and I'm just ruining things by mixing and matching. Tell me, because your girl don't know. What I do know is whenever I was using that facial moisturizer with the SPF by itself, I looked insane. And now I am insane, but hopefully I don't look insane. That's the goal. Anyway, getting back to the month of August after we apply our Cetaphil Hydrating Eye Cream. All right, what's been going on specifically in August? I had a lot going on with work, as I mentioned. I had a few big projects that were all due by the end of this month. So I think that also contributed to some of the stress that I was feeling and just the general struggle with getting through the day. But I have to say, the projects did go well. I created a whole training curriculum for folks in our professional services division at my job. They are technical experts. They work with customers to resolve any issues that they have and all that, but they also teach them, they train them on how to use the software. And many of them are not trainers, but that's something that I did for almost 15 years. So I put together a whole thing, 3 different Fridays, 90-minute sessions where we went in and talked about what it means to educate adults at a high level, how our brains work as we age, and then also focusing on some of the more tactical things that they can do to drive engagement, to answer questions if they don't know the answer, and just to really create a learner-focused experience. So I think it went great. Yay! I was very stressed out about it because, you know, I'm a perfectionist, trying to be a recovering perfectionist, but a perfectionist nonetheless. And I just really wanted to do a good job. I really wanted to do a good job. But I got great feedback so far, and I think it went really well. Hopefully I can help them expand their trainer education program. I think the ultimate goal is to eventually split and have dedicated trainers who just focus on teaching customers and let the professional services people provide services in a professional way, you know, technical troubleshooting and all that. But if that happens, I would love to be a part of that because that was kind of my jam for, you know, almost 15 years. Now, I've got the skincare down. Final step, we're going to apply some of this African shea butter to the lips and also to my nose because the weather is changing here. It's getting cooler and I've been sneezing a lot. I think whatever molds are being released as the weather cools off, they are floating around in full force. And so my nose is all chapped from blowing it a ton, but we're going to put a little bit of this on there. Do the lips first. It's a pro tip for anybody who wants the softest lips ever. Put some shea butter on every day, because that is what will keep them super soft. I'm also going to put a little bit of this under my nose here, just because it's real dry from all the blowing. And let's do a little on the eyebrows. Why not? I'm not going to do any makeup today because we just go into the dog park later. So I doubt they care if I have eyebrows or not. But I'll at least do a little bit of something here. And then I think I'm going to comb out my lashes real quick as well. They're a little clumpy. All right, y'all. Skincare complete. Now let's do hair and talk about goals for September. My goals for September are as follows. Number 1, continue doing the emotional work by going through therapy, just supporting myself. I've been focusing a lot on healing my inner child, so I want to keep doing that. I want to have a great birthday. Birthdays are tough for me because I feel like I've historically been disappointed whenever my birthday comes around. Like, I want it to be this big thing, but usually it's not. Because I realize my birthday is special to me. It's just another day for everybody else, but I don't know. I want to feel special at least one day out of the year. So I'm hoping this birthday will be a great one. Though I do have to say, I didn't take the day off work because it's right in the middle of the week. But my parents are coming to visit afterwards, so I'm excited to see them, and then I'll have some time off work to just spend time with them and my husband and my in-laws, hopefully having a good time. So that's a goal, is to have a really great birthday. Oh, let me let you know what's in this. I put it in a small bottle so it doesn't take up as much space on my counter, but this is the Camille Rose Naturals Cocoa Cacao Nib Serum, I think is what it's called. I'll see if I can find a picture and put it on the screen somewhere. But I use this every morning to moisturize my locks because it's light, but it is also really moisturizing. And this is a growth serum, I believe. And I think it really does work because your girl got some hang time. Can y'all see this? Oh, yes, I thought I could not grow hair, but it's really because my hair texture is, I call it 4Z. It's the tightest coil you ever seen in your life. So it shrinks a lot. So my hair might be this long in real life, but then it shrinks up to this long whenever you're looking at it. And so having the locks has allowed it to kind of stretch a little bit. And so we out here, just giving a luscious lock goddess moment for your nerves. But I put this on. I do run a little bit over the locks themselves just to give them a little bit of shine, keep them from being quite so dry. I don't want them to be, reflective or anything, but just a little something to keep them from being dry. And then I'll also take a little bit of this, rub it on my fingertips, and then massage in the scalp because my scalp gets dry, especially as the seasons are changing. And I want to make sure that it stays moisturized so I don't end up with flakes and dandruff and whatnot. So let me continue on. Goals for September. I mentioned have a good birthday. I want to work on reparenting my inner child. I do have some work projects that I need to complete as well. So I want to get those done before the end of the month. So that way, hopefully this fall won't be quite so busy and I can spend some time working on a few of the things that I've been putting off because of the other big high priority projects that I've been working on. Lastly, to finish this up, I'm going to brush my edges. I don't lay them. I'm the black girl who never laid her edges because nobody ever taught me how to do it. So I'm just going to brush them back a little bit because I'm most likely going to put my hair up since we're going to the dog park. And so I don't want the edges to be going forward and the hair to be going to the back. You know what I mean? So work-wise, I'm hoping to get a few things done, work ahead a little bit. And then personally, I want to check in on my goals. Earlier this year, I gave you a list of my dreams, and I want to update y'all on the progress associated with that. So maybe that'll be a video. Maybe that'll be my September video. I don't know. To go through the list of goals and just let you know my projects, or my progress, I should say, on each one. All right, y'all. We have our hair done. We have our skincare on. Final thing, I'm just going to slap this up in a quick ponytail. Cow scrunchie. This is so cute. I got this at the farmer's market last weekend. So where I live, there's a huge farmer's market. It's like one of the things that really defines this area. And of course, they have fruits and vegetables and breads and jams and all that. I got this really delicious hot sauce. So good. And I got a bunch of scrunchies, including this cow scrunchie, which I thought was so cute. And also very on brand for Wisconsin. So we're just going to do a quick little ponytail here. Ugh. All right, let's make sure I got all of this hair in here. And there we go. Oh, one did not make it through. All right. Let me put away some of these items. I'm going to wash my hands, get that hair oil off of there. All All right, but now the hands are washed. I'm just going to quickly wipe down the counter here. Get some of the errant drops off. And let me say that if you are out in public somewhere and you wash your hands in the restroom and you use paper towels to dry them, wipe the basin off with the paper towel, okay? It's just a courteous thing to do to clean up after yourself. And then the next person who comes, their clothes won't lay in all the water that you left and get all wet and gross. So wipe it down. Do it at home, but especially do it when you're out and about. Last thing that we're going to do before we wrap this up, I make my own cuticle oil. I bought these little refillable pens from Bliss Kiss, and I fill them with a combination of jojoba and vitamin E oil. So we're just going to rub on a little bit of this cuticle oil here. And then that will be that. Thank you all for hanging out with me as I get ready. Thank you for listening to my brief August recap and plans for September. And thank you so much for being here. In August, I really thought about just giving up on YouTube because this is so hard, especially when you're doing all the shooting yourself, you're doing all the editing yourself, you're coming up with all the ideas yourself. And it's so difficult. But I said, you know what? Just put something together real quick. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be honest and authentic. So that is what this video is. Aww. Now, I'm going to go get dressed and get ready for the rest of my day. Your spirit is beautiful. Your life matters. And I am so glad that you are here. Thank you again for listening. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff that people say at the end of YouTube videos. Please do that so I know you're out there. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. Bye.